What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, I'm going to be going over a complete King of the Court breakdown and just kind of the flaws within it heading into NBA 2K26 MyTEAM. What I thought could be something that 2K could do a ton with, extending it all weekend. I think they failed in a big time way. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, since they said it was available all weekend long, I thought it would be play, 20 or 25 games, see how many games you win, take into consideration your strength of schedule, your point differential, all of those things, and determine who finishes number one. Instead, what 2K said is they're going to take your top 4 scores from the entire week. You get 3 losses, and whoever has the best 4 scores during that weekend is going to win. Now, if the scores work like they did last year, realize there was basically a max. You could get, last year, 175 points per win if you won by 30 points or more. And if that's the way this is going to be, it's going to be rough. Because if you go to the King of the Court official rules here, you can see a couple of things, okay? Number one, you can see different things, okay? So you can see weekly contests when it's available, and then you guys can see the tiebreakers thing. Because if it works like last year, you guys got to realize there's going to be multiple people that win by max points. Now, it's not going to be a ton, right? Like, there might be only 10 on each console that win by a max amount of points before losing 3 games, right? I'm not going to say there's going to be a ton of people, but there is a flaw within this. And again, I'll get to that here in a second. But if you go to the tiebreakers, in the event of a tie, here's what it accounts for, right? Losses. So if you lose a game, but yet you get, the 4 max wins. If you have a loss, obviously you're not going to win. That makes sense, right? Losses make sense. Then it's number of games played. If there is still a tie, the player from among those who are still tied, who played the fewest number of qualifying games, will be determined the winner. Now, normally I would say okay, but there's a problem with this. They take the top 4 scores. And the problem I have with the top 4 scores is, if you don't think stuff like this right here is going to happen, I'm here to tell you you're wrong. So Mac tweeted, King of the Court is about to be funny. Wait until somebody realizes they can wake up at 2 a.m., call 4 friends to get online and blow them out. They can potentially split $10,000 a week. Now, yes, in the US, obviously, this could happen and could be an issue, but I think of it as EU servers. For example, DBG sometimes struggles to find games. So, for example, if you have 4 friends on EU servers, it is going to be super easy to get this thing done. Super easy. And my big question is, how is 2K going to prevent this? Right? Like, what is 2K going to do to prevent this? Because like I've mentioned, if I played in King of the Court, guys, within the 4 hours, I probably got 4 max wins on average, right? Like, to win by 30 points, it's not going to happen every game, but if you match up versus a guy that's not great, and if I have the best team in the game each and every week, like next year I probably will, that's going to be something that, obviously is going to happen. And so these are the things to think about. These are the things to consider. And obviously, again, I'm going to next year be walking on eggshells. I'm not going to ever, do anything close to this. I'm just saying it's going to happen. And number one, how does 2K decipher from who is boosting, who is not boosting? And number two, there is so much better of ways to deal with this. If you think you guys out there have a chance to win this by being skillful, it's going to be really tough to do, because there's going to be boosting left and right. And again, all 2K had to do is say play 20 or 25 games, account for your record, account for the point differential, account for the strength of schedule. It's not hard. You account for all of those things. It's a lot easier to see who's boosting, who's not boosting. It's a lot easier than to see, who's actually number one, who's not number one. But instead, they're only taking the top 4 scores from somebody. And again, there's going to be multiple people that get the max score, and these tiebreakers stink. to me, the tiebreakers should come down to strength of schedule, should come down to, total wins in the week compared to losses. For example, right? How many wins can I, and again, there is boosting going on. I get it, there will be, but like, how many wins can I get before losing compared to somebody else? Like, it should come down to actual skillful stuff and not just a random number of games played, which is literally going to go to a booster. Then it says if there's still a tie, the player from among those tied who first achieved the winning game score will be determined to be the winner. So like, you're going to have to play King of the Court right away and literally hope you have 4 games you win by 30 plus to win King of the Court. And again, I just I don't know. Like, it does not make sense to me at all. And I get it, right? They have all this stuff like, oh, they have to be sportsmanlike and they got to do all these things and they have the right to change the game score and all these things. But what I'm saying is, there has to be some sort of there has to be some sort of making people stream or making people, I don't know, prove themselves. I don't know, because what this is just gonna be, it looks like straight boosting on boosting. At least with the system last year, you couldn't boost every game, and that's what this looks like. Yeah, they said, oh, it's made available all weekend, and for the casuals, I get it. But like for me, I'm going to have to load up this game right away every day just because of this last tiebreaker thing. And I'm going to have to hope I win 4 games in a row by the max amount of points. If I don't, I'm cooked. I'm absolutely cooked if I don't. That's the situation that we have here. Do I like this? Not at all. This is, in my opinion, terrible. But at the end of the day, like, this is what 2K announced to us. And so right now, it is what it is. This is what we know. Obviously, for the average players of the world, finishing top 50, top 10, top 1%, it is what it is. It's not the worst situation for you. I'm just saying to compete for the actual money, the $10,000 weekly, I think you're going to see a lot of names on leaderboards you've never seen before. And that's what I hate. You're going to see straight up boosters. And that stinks. That's something I really do not like at all. So obviously, if 2K has a good vetting system, maybe that they can figure this out and make it work. But like for myself, this stinks. This stinks. I want to obviously win some King of the Courts next year, and I feel like it's going to be totally random instead of the tournament. And honestly, like the 250K had tournament, problems in the past. But you would think after taking years off of it, they would make this actually good and useful. And I just feel like it's not going to be. Now 2K, guess what? You can prove me wrong. You can prove me wrong. You can make this thing work. But at the end of the day, I just think that this could be rough, right? Like they're giving out $470,000 this year. And I just hope it's not to randoms. I hope it's to people that deserve it. Genuinely, if I lose to somebody that does it legitly in 4 games and it does their thing, whatever, man. But I just keep going back to this tweet. Because Max just saying that people are going to do this in general. If you don't think people are going to try to do this for money, you've lost your mind. I've played in $10,000 tournaments in the past where people are playing like it's an actual tournament system, and if somebody loses on one account, they'll hop onto another account and make something happen. I played in the 250K system where people were qualifying on 3 different accounts. It's tough to monitor. It is so tough to monitor. And the one thing I will say is with this system, it's going to be tough, and I didn't necessarily like the last system at all. Giving people 4 hours on the middle of a Saturday obviously wasn't ideal, but at least it was way easier to vet. It was way easier to monitor. I feel like this is going to be rough. This is not what I wanted King of the Court to look like at all. And it's going to be gritty, right? Like, I don't even know how this is going to work whatsoever. I just wish, like, if they wanted this, right? Like if somebody wanted to win $10,000, I'm going to be honest, they should be required to stream it, like, or have the video of it or something, because like, I don't know. I think it would be pretty obvious, I don't know. We'll see. I hope it works out. Or I hope like the matchmaking is totally random and it's not just, oh, click A at the same time and let's match each other and it just works like that. Like I don't know. I hope 2K genuinely tries to vet this as good as possible. Otherwise, you're going to see a bunch of random people win this $10,000, which is, to me, it's just going to be kind of like disheartening for the people that actually, you know, whether they spend money, whether they take off work, whether they're actually trying to compete for it, and yet it goes to a booster. So I wish King of the Court was, you know, looking a little better. Maybe it will be, you know, maybe it will work out, but I don't know, man. I don't know how it's going to work for those top people. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm not super optimistic about it. That is going to wrap it up for our video today. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.